Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, here, live, here on this Thursday evening. And what a big, whoo! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the biggest things happened in wrestling today. Holy crap, man. This was amazing because, ladies and gentlemen, WWE stepped in it once again. I am not surprised because WWE does this more often than not. People don't think they do, but they do. So, anyway, before we get into it, I want to just first things first. If you want to have a thoughts on your thoughts and opinions about this, I want you to hear the number. The number is 724-444-7444. The number is connecting me, Dukect, is 724-444-7444, and the call ID to connect to the show and myself is 92417. Once again, the call ID connecting me, Dukect, is 92417. And shoe phone, if you download the TalkShoe app, and you can put the shoe phone, and you can connect to me in the shoe phone live, ladies and gentlemen. Also, you get at the chat room. It's on lock, and it's awesome. You can't call in. And why can't you? Come on, it's nice and fun. You know, to call in once in a while. It's good. It's good for you. It's good for you. It is good for you. It makes you feel good, makes you do good, do you all the good stuff here, and it makes you feel better about yourself. So anyway, man. Oh, by the way, before I get into this, we will get, before we get into this, remember you can also find this show on youtube.com/Dukect. And not only that, you can find this on BitChute and on FrankandAustinNetwork.com and on ManticExpression.com. Also, you can find on BitChute my Royal Rumble review, my season premiere of The Last Reviewer Standing. It's not on Daily Motion yet because of the, copyright stuff. They just took it down after I uploaded it. I'm going to try to find another place. Rumble.com. I just got to send them an email to just say, hey, this is a 20-minute video, and something like that. Maybe they'll let me use it this time. Maybe use their stuff this time, and something like that. And my hope is to get it on a video site that I can embed, so I could just share this video around. Because right now, as it stands, I can't share this video on for whatever reason, I can't do it. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a couple months, and then bada bing, bada boom, it will be up. Or there's gonna be a new video sharing site. There's always one popping up. Sooner or later, there's always gonna be something that pops up. And we'll be back to our normal places once again. Yeah, I'm still a little pissed that me went away, but, it happens. And, we have to do one thing and one thing. We have to pack stuff up and move on, and I did that. And I'll keep finding these little places. And I will continue to find, and I will continue to survive and thrive, ladies and gentlemen. So do not worry about me, Dukect, because I'll be all right, as always. So do not worry at all. No worries on me. Let's see. I wonder. Let's see. Maybe I can put it on Dropbox. See how that works. Who knows? But anyway, let's get back to the big story here in the wrestling world. This Monday Night Raw, ladies, this previous Monday Night Raw, it has been announced. It was announced that the Fabulous Moolah Memorial, Fabulous Moolah, has been, Fabulous Moolah been around wrestling for so long, so a part of this thing, in the history of wrestling and everything else. She said because remember, people like myself and my generation don't remember the old stuff about the what happened to her, but we mainly know about her, Moolah and Mae Young, in the Attitude Era. a lot of people remember those old women who still know how to kick butt and such. And that was, it. A lot of people did not know about the CD past and such. Um, you know, and and there's a reason why people, there's a dark side. People say, well, why has WWE's been slowly phasing out the Fabulous Moolah for a long while? I mean, there was like Mae Young and everything else, but we found out there's some interesting stuff about Moolah, famous Moolah, whose real name is Lillian Ederson. Her work, she trained work her stables. A stable of wrestlers that she treated horribly. She, according to these, according to there's a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers during that time trained under her. They said that she, that she Moolah basically sent girls to this guy. She basically pimped out women. According to a woman, Lady Jackson, Lenny Maxine, Matt Maxine, her real name Jenny Mosef. She sent out money, and supposedly, the Fabulous Moolah also drugged some of these women and made sure that they did not perform in the heights of their abilities. It was just she was doing a lot of negative and horrible things, just very terrible things, and what she did during her time not only during her time, and she was a major factor in WWF at the time, and it was just really the Fabulous Moolah was just the way that she was portrayed was a lot of people, myself, was when I first heard about this stuff, by the way, most of the stuff, if you look up, it is very troubling. Very troubling for people if you don't want to hear about just the nasty things Lillian Edison did to these women at the time are just horrible. So I don't want to put a trigger on yourself, but yeah, seriously, it's very disturbing what she did. She had a hand in doing, and basically setting women back even more so. And in fact, it was just very, very disturbing on what the Fabulous Moolah did. And I noticed that it was just that shift away from that. And I think WWE knew about that. They didn't think, and I'm not saying they didn't think about release that, but I honestly didn't think that the WWE, when I first heard about this, I didn't hear much of this. Like around 2000, after her death, I heard all this stuff. I mean, this was, wow. I did not know this person was so horrible. It just really is a just terrible human being. But yes, she was still around. She did her horrible acts. She was still around in horrible acts, and I think because the reason why Vince liked them. Vince liked her, and and it's just, this weird type of stuff, and to me, that's just, I don't know what the mindset of Vince McMahon it was, or still is at the time. And I understand, maybe want to remember the positive stuff about the Fabulous Moolah, but sadly, this is the age of the internet, and when they find dirt on people, they will find dirt, and this is not just dirt. This is just mounds and mounds of dirt, with Fabulous Moolah. And like I said, you look at some of the stuff up. I'm gonna try to keep this podcast a little clean. I'm trying to keep it somewhat clean, because the what she did, and if you go into gory details, I will drop links in the description. What she did and the Fabulous Moolah. Be forewarned, it's very troubling, and yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Just want to say that right now. So that sort of thing. I'm gonna make sure I put the links in the description. And when this stuff happened, I saw this and I'm like, WWE, it's big enough, but it's not as big as people would think it is. I did not foresee this getting this big. I did not see WWE pulling back at this, because I thought they were going to be double down. They're going to double, triple, and double down on this. And it's just like they're going to double down on this because that's what WWE does. They don't seem to. Yeah. By the way, link here is. Oh, and the article is called "Baby of Sweet Georgia Brown." Yeah, it's it's a very interesting article, and I'll put the link in the description. And it's just yeah, it's very disturbing. I'll say that. And let me tell you, it is wow. And like I said, the stuff in this article is really bad. And I'll put the link, like I said, link in the description. And let me tell you, it's not safe for work. Anyway, like I said, the WWE I did not see this happening, because again, WWE will tweet up, but yeah, it got big. Because they people went against their sponsors, saying, "quote," and they probably forwarded the links to the articles to the sponsors, and the sponsors got mad. Noticeably, Snickers, yes, Snickers actually got a hold. They saw the story. They said we're going to really talk about this, and by today, it was notified today, ladies and gentlemen. They have notified today they are going to be changing the name of the upcoming Fabulous Moolah. Says, quote, a rep for WWE says, after further consideration, we believe it's best to proceed to name WrestleMania with the name WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Because what remains most important is this historic match is part of WWE's unwavering commitment to the women's division. They are changing the name. It's generic, but at least it's not with this horrible person with Moolah and everything. This is, yeah. But you know what? I don't know what next is going to be. About this storyline, another story. No, it's not a story. But where this rabbit hole goes now. I mean, what is going to be, since the WWE, the fan base got hold of this stuff? What is going to change now? Since they got a hold of their sponsors. I mean, once you get a hold of their sponsors, it's a different ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a different ball game, and once you get a hold of their sponsors, there's something really this disturbing and this horrifying. This type of actions, WWE is going to respond, which is a good thing, because regardless of booking or anything else, because that stuff is opinion and such. But this right here, what Fabulous Moolah did and what the WWE did trying to honor this person is, this is a righteous call for anger. This is a righteous cause to go after these guys. Guys and gals of WWE who thought this was a great idea. Now, hopefully they can sit back and say, hey, hopefully, what this is, and the sad part is this was easily avoidable. This was avoidable, and they just could have just said, hey, this sensational Sherry, Women's Battle Royal, Miss Elizabeth Battle Royal, China Battle Royal. And by the way, don't you just love the fact that the Triple H on that Stone Cold podcast said we couldn't have China basically in the Hall of Fame because, oh, look, it's the, oh, yeah, the internet. People will look upon this on the internet and see, holy crap, all this other stuff that's, worried about his kids looking, trying to up on the internet. Well, now, this same people around you, Mr. Larry Mystique, how would you feel about your kids now looking up famous the Fabulous Moolah? I mean, if this is the case, maybe that right there proves, that this is the hypocrisy. Would you let your kids now look up the famous Moolah? Is she banned? No, I'm gonna type her up because then again, she was all over the ad, so oh yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's her and Mae Young. And now they're going to get interested and boom, this is what they're going to find this articles and they're going to find the other articles linking to this. And yet China who did some porn is bad for them. Yeah. So yeah, again, that's what it is. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just getting a little angry, but it just seems that, the hypocrisy of the WWE again. This is just the most avoidable thing here. The most avoidable situation. They could just sidestep this and no one would have. If they would say, hey, the Mae Young stuff, fine. So there are tons of young women, the women out there, the Medusa Battle Royal, the Eliza Blaze Battle Royal, who cares? Something like that. The Lana Buchanan Battle Royal. That would have been awesome. But instead, it takes everyone else telling this is a bad idea. It only took the sponsors to do it. And if this is the way that WWE will finally wake up and see these horrible stuff, you know what? Maybe this is for the best. And I hope, and I really hope, that this is a good trend. I hope that this is a trend that will continue on, because if the WWE is going to still be this type of this type of stupidity, WWE, I'm not gonna feel any sympathy for you. Period. That's it. I mean, why shouldn't I find any sympathy for you? But anyway, that's my personal opinion, and I am hopeful that this righteous anger will be used more of a positive thing, more positive. Something that will change the landscape of the fans WWE, and not just WWE, but other wrestling promotions. If fans are getting really upset about something, something like, for example, booking Michael Elgin after all the garbage he's doing and garbage stuff that he put some people through, maybe it's not best to book him. Maybe it's best not to do all this type of stuff. Maybe listen to the fans who just say, "Hey, this is a bad idea," before it blows over and your indie gets a bad reputation and people won't want to go there. Customers or wrestlers as well. But then people just want to learn the hard way, and WWE did learn. Well, they learned the hard way, but they changed it. They changed it after 1 week. Not week. They changed it after a couple of days. They're hoping that they open their minds a bit and say, maybe when the fans and the sponsors see something so horrible, something so heinous, that they're going to say, you know what? We're going to change this. We're going to make sure we're going to make sure this stuff, is this good enough for the fans? Is this going to be something that people are not just going to fans and are going to be so angry at? Some people are going to be so angry, and so regardless of who's being booked and regardless of anything else. But it's something that makes fans so angry and so just, men and women alike, so pissed off that, they say maybe we shouldn't do this. They don't do it. Otherwise, you're going to have this, this type of blemish still be there. Hopefully, they can just move on and never do this step and make sure they'll say, you know what? We made a mistake and we're not going to do this again. That's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. I had to get this stuff out there. Anyways, Duke CT. You can find this on ManicExpression.com, BitChute.com, YouTube.com/DukeCT. And that's pretty much it for the show. Thanks so much for listening. I know I sounded really angry, but you know what? I sound angry, but I sound a little more positive because, again, hopefully WWE learned something. We all have to learn something. Hopefully they learned something today, and hopefully something very positive. Anyway, this is Duke CT here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.